Hello sunshine, this is Joy from Michigan in the US, and I am taking on a big project today, and I'm not able to do it in my art room because it is so hot out. We're in the mid-90s today, so my art room's way too hot to work in. So hopefully the video works out okay, so bear with me with the lighting. So I have two 8x24 canvas panels here, and I'm going to do, I think it's called a diptych. I don't know. I'm going to do two paintings, or one painting on two different canvases. So this is going to be a beach swipe, similar to a smaller one that I did, that I loved really a ton. So I've mixed up lots and lots of different colors. I'm just going to dive right in. I will try to list all the colors in the description box, but I may miss one because there are just so many today. So I'm going to start with the yellow ochre, which is interesting because this is called yellow ochre and this is called yellow ochre, and look at the difference. So interesting. Hopefully you guys can see okay. Here we go. Here goes nothing. I'm just going to put in my beach line. All right. Oh, I don't know why I closed that. See, I'm getting ahead of myself. I want lots of different colors and hopefully different textures, but not from clumps in the paint. I gotta quit using these other older, cheaper paints because they are really clumpy. Gosh, that clump didn't want to come off. Okay. So I'm just gonna, yep, there's one. Just check the spots that look a little bit thicker to make sure. I probably shouldn't use this paint today, guys. Just run that off the edge. Yep. All right, so I was going to use my other color that's a similar brand to this, but I'm going to skip it. Just going to skip it. So just check for clumps. Sorry guys, I didn't think I had that many problems with this last time, but apparently I did. Okay, I call that good and hope that it actually is good. So I'm only going to use the colors that I know that are safe, so this one's got to be put away. All right. So this is my Goldenrod custom color cadmium medium yellow hue plus cadmium orange hue plus a drop of Dioxazine Purple. This is such a lovely bright color. Probably too bright for sand, but I'm not looking for exact beach colors. I want a beach feel. I'm still doing abstract, so this is cadmium medium yellow hue. Throw a little of that on there. Nice bright colors. Cheerful. We're looking for cheerful. All right, and this is that other brand of yellow ochre, and I don't know that I want to use a whole lot of this just because it's so dark. What I do need is a little brightness right there. Yes, better. All right, let's add some of this yellow ochre. I'm just gonna do this the other way. So if this is your first time watching one of my videos, this whole channel was started with quarantine and me needing a way to process all the emotions that came along with that. So this is my art therapy journey. So thank you for joining me. Hopefully it inspires you to create, to find meaning in some pretty rough and somewhat, well for me, very scary days. Just don't seem to know what's going to happen next. There's always a lot of unknown. All right, so this is my Goldenrod, my custom Goldenrod color with a lot of white. So I wanted to lighten it up So I don't know. I can't tell where my camera is today, guys, so I apologize. Hopefully you can see okay. It's such a different setup because it's very much a larger canvas than I've ever worked with before. So I think this is my biggest, I think it's my biggest I've ever done. Not the individual 8x24 canvas, but the overall size is 16x24. I don't think, I've done a 16x20, so it's pretty close in size to that, but still would make this the largest piece I've ever done. Oh, I'm gonna run out. There's really not much left in here. I figured I'd get a whole bunch when I did this, but there's not much left. That's okay. We don't need a ton, just some. Okay. All right. I'm gonna add a little bit more of this goldenrod just to, I really like the bright look of that, especially on the corner there, on the corner here. My sands look very different, so hopefully we can get them to look at least like they match, kind of. All right, I'm gonna add some white. Just trying to retrace that line to make sure I'm still matching up on my, from one canvas to the next. I want this to flow. I don't want it to look like it's out of place. All right. Just a gentle tilt. This is a ton of paint. I probably should do more than a gentle tilt, but I don't really want to lose my edge line here. Okay, hold on. I feel like there's got to be something. Yep, right there. Watch, if you have paint that you think might be clumpy, just watch for spots that it doesn't seem to be flowing. Like if it's working its way around something, that's a good indication that you've got something that you don't want in your paint. Just want to make sure my edges are covered. All right. And this white took over, so I'm just going to add that little bit of yellow. And there was a spot over here, I want to say. Maybe not. All right, I'm not going to worry about it. All right, same thing here. Just a little bit of a tilt. Get my edges covered. My edges won't necessarily be swiped, so they won't look exactly the same. Gosh, look how much that white took over. Let's add some more here too. Hopefully when I do my swipe, all those colors I put on will come out and be beautiful. Oh, you know what I forgot to put in? Which I will just add it now. Oh, goodness. Gold. I definitely want some gold in this sand. And I'm going to swipe with gold, but I wanted both. I want it in there already and then swipe over top of it with a gold with silicone in it. Oh, I'm closing that and I don't know that I need to. Oh, well. All right, so step one, beach, and then we'll do the water. Took me a long time, guys, to come up with all the colors that I wanted. Maybe that's because I was being indecisive, I don't know. But, you guys would not believe the setup I have. It's such a mess. I mean, you can see quite a bit of it, but I'm so worried at this. I'm working on wood floors. That makes me nervous. I don't want to ruin my wood floors, but all right, I am going to get some paper towel. This is one of the reasons I wanted a cart with my paints on it, because I can move it from one room to the next. Since I know that I don't have a great art room to work in, this gives me the ability to work in a room that's less than ideal. but be able to move my paints and all my supplies with me fairly easily. It's a bit heavy. My husband had to help me move it, but all right. Let's start right here. Lovely, lovely. It's going to be a very golden beach, which I love. I think that'll dry really pretty, although hopefully the gold does not completely take over. I've definitely seen that happen before. Still figuring out this gold. Just trying to do a light swipe on the side here. My gosh, that corner. I might just let that be. I'm really liking this. It doesn't look sandy to me, but I still like it. I put a lot of silicone in this gold too, so whoa, that came out really fast. It's okay, I have plenty. All right. All right, super sheeny shiny. I think I'm gonna leave that. Bright yellow, cheerful beach. Just checking to make sure. I just had this fear that my camera had stopped working, but it's still working. So, oh, I don't even know how to begin to attack this next section. So let me start by moving my yellows out of the way, because I do not need those anymore. Where do I even set stuff, guys? I do miss my art room on days like this. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. I have lots and lots of blues. Don't let me forget to put my white in. I wish you guys could remind me of stuff like that. But this is, I'm gonna start with bright aqua green. And I'm gonna do it similar to the previous pour. Previous beach swipe that I did. And oh, that really felt clumpy. The lighter colors I'm going to keep toward the shoreline. Maybe it was just air bubbles. And then the darker colors I'll have out towards the edges. I'll have a little bit of every color everywhere, but heavier light colors towards the beach and darker colors towards the edges. My gosh, I really have a hard time controlling this one. Can you tell? I need to stick with my squirt bottles. I found these are great for storing it, but I just can't control. And I really wanted this to be continuous. See what I did? Okay. All right, bright aqua green. I'm gonna close that one because I think we're good on that. Okay, I have two different turquoise colors, and the reason they're not in the same bottle, they almost are the same color, but this is Liquitex Turquoise Blue, and I also have, what is it called? Master's Touch. No, not Lake Blue. Oh goodness, I'm gonna forget. Let me look so I give you the right name. Master's Touch, oh, it is Lake Blue. They're very similar colors, but they're not quite the same. So I figured I'd use up this one, and then I'll put the rest of my Lake Blue in this bottle. I don't mind if they're mixed. They're so similar. I don't think that would hurt anything. Oh, there we go. That's the end of that one. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and do the turquoise. See how full this cup is. Oh, this could be. I'm just gonna transfer it real quick, guys, because I'm afraid I'll spill the whole cup everywhere. My beach is looking pretty. I wish more of the lighter yellows had showed up on the short little beach section, but I'm not gonna worry about it. So I don't know if you guys can see me pouring, but you can tell a little bit when the colors are next to each other, you can tell they're a little different. All right, we're gonna call that good. And I'm still dealing with allergies. I don't know if you guys can still hear it in my voice, but my goodness, it has been a rough, I don't know, week or so with allergies. Okay, this means I'm gonna have a ton of air bubbles in this. Oh goodness. There we go. Okay, so this is the lake blue. So go ahead and add that. See how similar those colors are? You really probably can't tell. The difference. Oh dang it, guys, I keep doing the same thing. I want to do it this way and I just don't. Goodness sakes, I'm not used to, you can tell I'm not used to doing a double canvas. All right, I'm gonna leave that one handy because I think we might need more. I'm gonna go with, this is sky blue plus silver, so it's like a metallic sky blue. I made 2 metallic colors, custom colors for this, and my second metallic I just love. I'm gonna have to keep that one mixed up and keep it on hand because it's just gorgeous. Gorgeous color. So the beach is probably my favorite place to be. I don't know about you guys, but it just puts me at peace. I really want to get a lot of this color in there because it's got that metallic, so I'm hoping it will create some lovely effects. I also don't have to worry too much about this painting sagging with all this extra paint on it because it does have a support bar right across the middle. So it's more like an 8x10 as far as the framing goes. All right, let me think. I'm going to add some silver. Oh, I really hope this one turns out pretty. My last beach turned out so gorgeous, I had to tell people I'm not selling it. You can't buy it, it's mine. So I hope this one turns out just as pretty. I need to sell some things, so I don't know about telling people I won't sell it. But okay, what else? This is primary blue, and it is a very, I shouldn't say very, it is a darker color. So it will, we'll start out at the outside. How about that? Where the water is deep and dark and mysterious. I feel like my cup moved, guys. Why is this? This just doesn't feel safe. Let me just pop that back. Or maybe it, oh, maybe not. I was gonna say maybe it slid from all the paint, but there's really not that much paint there. All right, let's start over here. And I do have more than what's in this cup, so I can be as heavy-handed or as light-handed as I like. I filled a bottle, a little squeeze bottle with this primary blue, and then the stuff that wouldn't fit I knew I would use up on the canvas, so. Just about out. All right, guys, I'm gonna call that good. Put that out of the way for us. I do feel like I need more primary blue, so Here's my little primary blue squeeze bottle. Just maybe on that section right there. Don't go any lower. I do have 2 more colors to go, so I am going to add right there, right there. All right. All right, here comes this new color, and I'm gonna stand up because I want to make sure you guys can see this. All right, can you see? It is so pretty. So this is Phthalo Blue plus silver, a lot of silver and a little bit of Phthalo Blue, and it's just I just love it, love it, love it, love it. So hopefully it will be super, super shimmery. That's why I tried to do a lot of silver, because I want some shimmer on this water. So here goes nothing. It will probably dry very dark because of the Phthalo Blue. But it has so much shine to it. It makes me happy. Do I want to go maybe one more line? I feel like the canvas closest to me right now has much more paint than the one farthest from me, so I may have to remedy that. All right, I've got some more of that metallic if I want to add that. Let's add this Phthalo Blue. I really want the corners to be nice and dark, so I'm going to cover that with a phthalo and then start coming through. This is a lot of paint. I probably don't need this much paint. All right. So pretty. I love all these blues together. All right. White. See, somebody reminded me. Just a little. I don't want too much, but especially towards the shoreline, I think we need some white. All right, this one over here needs more paint for sure. So let's see. This blue and silver is just about gone, but let's see if we can force a little out. All right. Let's do some more teal. What else, guys? I feel like I'm getting paint everywhere. A little more of this metallic blue, I think, on both. It's just too pretty to not use. Right, a little bit. All right, I'm just going to do blobs now to fill in the little sections. Ooh, that was a lot. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit of this bright aqua green on the far canvas. Actually, maybe on both. Carry that through right there. All right, So very gently now, I'm going to tip it this way. I'm only trying to move the blue, which is why I'm saying very, very gently. I am definitely going to end up moving the sand as well. Like that's pretty much unavoidable. But just want to get this touching that brown. Just checking my sides. I want this painting to turn out very flowy. That's probably not even a word. I don't want people to look at it and go, well, why does it look like this on one section and a different way, a different section? It needs to be cohesive. It's like my big word lately. I want everything cohesive. I want it to go together well. Okay, so same thing over here. Tilt it towards me. Okay, tilt it the other way. Tilting it more than I really want to, but I've got to get these sides. Oh dear, I have yellow on my hands. See what I did there? Okay. Let me work on the side I can see first. How about that? Oh, this is hard to get in between, but we'll figure it out. No stress. No stress in the art room. Lots of paint drip off on this, so there's lots to work with, so I don't have to worry about, oh, how am I going to cover that? No stress. It'll be covered. All is well. Yummy, yummy. All right. Boy, I'm just not used to working on such a big canvas, I tell you what. All right, right here. Definitely needs some paint. It's even getting warm up here in this room. I can only imagine what it would be like out in my art room right now. Thank goodness I'm inside today. Okay, now I think we're doing pretty good. All right, so this is the interesting part because I am going to swipe it, but I'm not using a swipe color. Oh goodness, I didn't even check this other side, guys. Okay, let me get that. Look how many gaps there are. I'm glad I saw that. Although I'm swiping that direction, so that should be okay. I apologize, I just realized you're probably looking at the back of my head. All right, guys, almost there, almost ready. If this was boring, hopefully you fast forwarded through the boring parts. I apologize. Something new working on such a large canvas. And in a different space. It's like a double whammy. All right. All right, I think we're good. So for the water, all I want to do really, I think, all I want to do is get the colors to blend a little. Kind of roll over each other. So I missed this corner. And it looks like I missed that corner. I feel like my cups moved. Either that or my painting just slid. Hopefully I'm still in frame for you. Let me check. Oh, good. You can still see. But yes, it looks like the one canvas moved because it's kind of crooked now. Okay. Just trying to get all the excess paint off my fingers. I need this. Pulling down my embossing gun. Just looking to see if there's anything else I need to add. I do think, if I can find it, I'm going to add a little bit of this pearl. I used this yesterday. It's very pretty. It adds some lovely effects. So I'm just going to try to add just here and there. Certainly not overpowering right there because there's no paint there. All right, let's see what that does. So I'm gonna use the same swiper and we're gonna take it slow. So you may want to fast forward this part. It is the same thing over and over and over. But if you find it interesting, I'd love to have you watch. No offense if you don't though. You do what makes you happy. All right, here goes. I don't know that I should do that on the edge because I'm getting all the way down to canvas. All right, skip the edge, Joy. Here we go. You know what might work better is to swipe both ways. If I start here, I don't know, guys. It will help cover my edges. That's why I'm thinking if I go halfway. Took a lot of paint off with that one. My goodness. More than I intended to. I almost feel like, oh guys, there it goes. It's on my floor. See? Oh goodness. Getting myself in trouble here already. Okay. Goodness gracious. Yeah, that pearl's adding some very lovely effects. I don't know if you guys can see because it's sorry guys, I just had an alarm go off. So I don't know if you can see it from your angle, but there's some lovely effects from that pearl. Right there. So much paint on this thing. So much stuff stacked up everywhere. It's a messy, messy day for painting. I am getting some really fun, oh heavens, really fun cells, which I kind of like. Anything to pop up. I don't like my super jaggedy lines. So on the other side, I will swipe it more gently. Oh, and I just went over those cells that I was just pointing out, guys. Well, hopefully they pop back up, right? All right. Oh, goodness. Yeah, this would have been a nice piece to do out on my big table. So what I will probably do on this one, my last one I tried to add white wave-like lines while it was wet. And on this one, I think I'm gonna let it dry and then use my brush to go back in and add white wave lines. Hopefully that makes sense. I am going to have a hard time swiping, guys, because I have a table right here holding my camera up. So, we shall try. It up too soon. Let's try it from up here. And I apologize because the lighting's probably going wonky because they keep moving around, blocking the light from the windows. Stopping a bit short. You guys have stuck with me through this whole thing. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I love sharing my art with other people, and it means the world to me that people will watch the whole thing, the whole boring thing. Get through the boring parts. Feel free to speed it up. All right. I really don't like this right here, so let's see. Where's my baby one? My baby swiper. Better. Okay. All right, guys. I think I'm fairly happy with this. I'm gonna hit it with some heat, and then, oh, my cord's not long enough. I don't have an extension cord up here. All right, guys, bear with me. I'm gonna go grab an extension cord. Back with you. I'm gonna use my embossing gun today just to pop bubbles. It may bring up a few cells in the sand, but I'm not too worried about that. Alright guys, now comes the super finicky part. This is another portion that you may just want to fast forward through. So I have this lovely white line here that's not continued, so I'm going to add my pearl. Plus I need some contrast there anyways. And then take my baby swipe. Baby swipe. I feel like I need to kind of help it to run down the edge just a little bit. Okay. Here we go. Lovely. Yes. I do like the pearl. Let's do one more line of pearl. I feel like we've got, oh darn it. And my pearl does not have any pouring medium in it because it's fairly thin. So I didn't feel like it needed it. So feel free to be the judge on your own paints. The pouring medium can add some nice effects, but it's, you know, it's, in my opinion, mainly it's used, oh my goodness gracious, look at that. That was a huge skin. All right, so I'm gonna try just to pull a little bit of this, just to kind of make that line a little more continuous. It doesn't have to be perfect because we know in nature water does not move in a perfect shape or a perfect motion. Oh, darn it. Okay. All right. So I kind of like the pearl. I think I'm going to put some on the edge here where the water meets the beach, and I'm going to use a straw to hopefully blow it over along with some blue to make it look like the water's breaking on the beach. All right. Boy, do I miss my art room right now, guys. Okay, here goes. Got all these extra paints. It's gonna be a mess. Here we go. Okay, I'm liking that. It's kind of hard to get the angle right, but always up for a challenge, right? All right. This can make you lightheaded, so take breaks when you need them. Catch your breath. Little blank spot on the edge of my canvas there, guys. All right. I think I'm happy with that, guys. I will do some brushwork. There was like a thick line of white there that just didn't look right. So I'm just pulling my color down the side so that everything is cohesive. It's like my word of the day, my word of the month maybe. Cohesive. Ooh, guys, how did I do that? All right, there's some green where blue and yellow met on the edge here, and it's pretty pronounced, so I must have hit it with, like, picked it up with a blue finger or something. All right, guys, I am not gonna keep you while I nitpick. I'm not going to overtouch this one. I'm gonna let it dry, and then I'll add some highlights and waves with a brush And hopefully I can show you the results of that another day, because I will let this dry for a good month before I do anything with that. So I do see one section, guys. I'm sorry. One section that just needs a little love, and that is right here. Hopefully that improved it. It's just very lineal, maybe, I don't know. All right, guys, that is it for today. I will take you in for a close-up. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're staying cool. I know at least one of my followers is in Australia, so I know it's winter there, so I'm sure you're staying nice and cool. For those of you in a warmer climate, I hope you're enjoying your summer and enjoying all the things that summer brings while not being too miserably hot. All right, guys, I will see you on the next one. Thanks so much. All right, guys, here they are. I'm not able to move them yet, but when I am able, I'll get better pictures. I'll just do one at a time. We did get some lovely little cells up here, little bubbles. Kind of love that. And I think this pearl is going to dry just gorgeous, if I do say so myself. Really love that little section right there. So glittery, so shimmery, shiny. And then nice little cells on the beach. So there's painting 1. And here is painting 2. Or I should say part 2 of the same painting. Lovely effects with the pearl. Got some cells up here. Just little, I know I don't want Cell City. I don't want it to take over, but it is nice to have little bubbles here and there. We got some lacing with that pearl. I'm so scared I'm gonna drop my phone in this painting, guys. I wish that had happened a little more, those cute little cells there. So, all right, I'm gonna call it a day, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know if you try something similar. Thanks so much.